Hello, once again, brothers and sisters. This is Kingdom Abundance Protocols, and I am coming with a discussion about Brother Enigma's offensive revelations. I say his revelations are offensive because that's what they inspired in my heart when I first heard them. I became offended in my spirit. I became angry. I was beside myself. I scrambled and I looked around for scriptures that will support my chosen path. I am talking specifically about adornment, about dressing. Brother Enigma came with a message that seems to contradict to what we personally have made as a standard of what modesty is. The truth of the matter is that if we are truly truthful, not one person, there's been quite a lot of messages coming through to the sisters in the body of Christ. I can attest I also got that God spoke to me. I remember one time I was getting ready. I don't know whether I was getting ready to go to church or I was getting ready to do what. But I remember that the Lord said, He said, this makeup that you love so much is not pleasing towards me. So normally when God speaks to me, He will speak in one sentence and I will have answers to 1,000 questions. I don't know how He does that. But He will speak one sentence and somehow it will answer 1,000 other questions that will follow. It has been years. It has been years. In fact, I knew that God does not even want us to do our hair in the way that we think modesty is. Because there seems to be a consensus to the true Christians that hair attachments are not of the Lord. There seems to be a consensus. But He actually took it even further with me. And He said, I don't even want you to blow dry your hair because it changes the structure and the texture of your hair. I don't even want you to do cornrows. I don't even want you to do what they call freehand. I remember I had called the lady, she was doing house calls, and I have been down for a year. I have been sick for a whole year. So I needed to call her to come and do mine and my daughter's hair. I did not find sleep that night. I literally had to take a phone in the middle of the night and cancel that appointment. I knew that I was not going to find sleep. Last year, after a long time of not doing my nails or anything, I went back to, I saw a pair of, I saw nice a manicure, false nails. It was a new style and I loved it. And I thought to myself, I'm gonna get myself those those nails. And I went and I did my nails, and they were beautiful. Tell me why I could not sleep that night. I could not sleep that night. I woke up, and this is the thing. I wake up in the morning, and that's the first thing that hits me. That I've got nails. I've got false nails. They never seem to disappear like they used to disappear before. I've done false nails for a long time. They used to disappear before. Like you do them and then you forget about them. They become part of you. But now they had a thing of bothering me. They will bother you every minute, every second of the day. As long as you have them on your body, they will bother you. I don't know why. They don't disappear like the way they used to disappear before. They will just bother you. They will just be in your face. You will just feel so much discomfort. You can't just go about your day. They will always be there, like you feel that, oh my, and I had to cut them. I went to another salon. The following day, I said, please soak off. And then they soaked me off and they said, what are you going to do? I said, nothing. Many of us, we have heard this message. Many of us, we know this. We know this, but we are attached to adornment, to the standards of Satan. The things that he has given us, I will not lie. They really do decorate us. They do. They decorate us. I'm a person who naturally has dark under eyes. Naturally, they're from my mother. And so I will normally go through a process of just making sure that I put a lot of concealer underneath my eyes. Then I go over and then I put the setting spray, and then I do all of the... Sisters know what I'm talking about. It's not just me. All of us, we have been through this, and I know that the Lord actually doesn't even want short dresses. I really struggled with this one. Short dresses, what is short dresses in the eyes of the Lord? He actually explained what short dresses are. Dresses that reveal the legs. It is not that the dress must be knee length, no. He says your legs should not show. He says your legs must not show. So what I want to say, there's been a lot of us. We have heard this message. We know this message. God has imprinted his will in our hearts. Although we took time to come into full obedience, I know, we know. If you have any semblance of discernment, just a scrap of it, you will know that the Lord has been speaking to us. A daughter of Zion cannot look like a harlot. It cannot be that the standard of the world for beauty is the same as the daughters of Zion. How can that be? The daughters of Zion look like harlots. You cannot differentiate. You cannot differentiate a kingdom daughter, a sister who belongs to the kingdom. You cannot differentiate with the harlots that are called slay queens. We all want to look like slay queens. Why? Because Christ has not been made real in our hearts. We have not given him full residence in our hearts. There are parts and bits and pieces of ourselves that we want to keep for ourselves. So the message of Brother Enigma is nothing new. Is nothing new. Many of us, we've heard this message. God has spoken in a soft voice in our hearts. When you are praying, just before you go to sleep, you pray. And he will stop you from praying. He will stop you. And then he will redirect your focus to what he wants to say to you. Many times. I remember one time I was so happy. I don't know what happened. I just felt so happy and I started saying to the Lord, oh Lord, I just want to please you. I just want to come into full obedience. And I was just so happy to make that prayer. And then he jolted me back to reality and he said, but you are not aligning your dressing. You are not aligning to me. So it has been a journey for me. And when I heard the message of Brother Enigma, now this time I said, the Lord has sent another person again to say what he has been trying to say to us for a long, long time. I said, I have no time to waste. I cannot waste another minute. I must comply. That's all for today, brothers and sisters. Stay blessed. I love you and I hope you are good. Bye-bye.